Fortunately, I had an email of a request from a lady who's been told she's terminally ill, and on her bucket list is for me to ring her or meet her, and obviously I can't meet her because it's lockdown. Her name's Justine, and I let her tell the story. I said, do you want to be on my YouTube channel? She said yes, and I thought I'd ask because I am not one of these people who, like, when you get a band or someone who's got a single, they go to Great Ormond Street and they like get pictured with sick kids and all of that just to make themselves look good, to, you know, promote an album or nothing. I don't do that naturally because I live and breathe like with Harvey hospitals in and out, and I believe if you're going to do things, you don't have to shout out about it. But with Justine, I asked because she's such a fan, she might have wanted to be on something that I do, which is why I asked if she wanted to be on my YouTube channel. Otherwise I would have done it privately. So I'm going to call her now. She's a mother of 3, and well, I'll ask her and get her to tell the story. But yeah, it's so sad. Like, she's so young, mother of 3, and she's terminally ill. I believe also that she's got a Just Giving site, because I should go more into detail. There's members of her family who are going to do some marathon running to try and raise money to get this drug from America, that if they can get it, it will prolong her life, I think, another 5 years or something. So I'll also put the Just Giving page in. Hi, Justine. Hi. How are you? Oh.
Oh my god!
I'm glad I've made someone happy today.
Oh my god, it's speechless!
Oh.
You look amazing!
Oh, you actually look really well. Now, also, Kirsty said that we're on my YouTube channel, and I want to know your story about your Just Giving as well, because just before I come online, I said that we're going to promote your Just Giving and that, because we've got to raise that money. So, so I want to, if you don't mind, I want to tell your story. There's the cameraman. Hey. So, yeah, when Kirsty emailed, it was such a sad story, but I said I'd talk to you myself, because emails and that, you can't put enough in it, can you really?
No.
And then and when she said, like, you're terminally ill, I'm like, no, because I'm going through it with my mum as well. Like, oh, it's just so, like, a shock. It was a shock to my mum. And then all along, with her breathing, we didn't know it was about her lungs, because every time she went to the doctors, they're like, oh, you've got asthma, you've got this, you've got that, and it ends up she's got this incurable lung disease. It's sort of similar, like with you, wasn't it? You went, yeah, what happened? If you don't mind talking, it's good to talk, isn't it?
Of course. Well, it started off in March last year. I went to the GPs because I noticed I had some nipple discharge, and my nipples had gone inverted, which is obviously not normal.
Yeah.
And they took some swabs and said there was no bacteria in there, so it was absolutely fine, nothing to worry about. In May, I then noticed a lump, which isn't actually... Sorry, that's my mum.
Don't worry. Hi, Mum.
She's just run out.
Hi.
I noticed a lump, but it wasn't actually in my breast. It was up here.
Right.
So between my breast and my armpit. So the doctor referred me to the breast clinic, and I was seen at breast clinic. I had an ultrasound scan, and they told me again it was nothing to worry about. It's a fatty tissue called a fibroadenoma.
Never heard of them.
It's benign. I'm young enough. Walked out the hospital, I rang my partner and I said, there's nothing to worry about, I'm good, it's absolutely fine. Went home that day and jumped in the swimming pool with my kids, you know. It was a good day. I noticed over the summer it was growing, and it got to be the size of sort of like a tangerine, about a small orange.
Really? But does it hurt? Did it hurt?
No.
So that it doesn't,
no,
so the lumps don't, so it doesn't hurt when you get the lump, no.
Which reassured me more, because they told me it was nothing to worry about, and it wasn't giving me pain and it wasn't hurting. I just thought it was just growing, and this fibroadenoma was getting bigger. Yeah. I went back in September, and they referred me again to the hospital. So this is the second referral, and I was told it was a 3.5 month wait. So... No,
but did you see the same doctor though when you went?
No, it was a different doctor.
Right.
So 2 doctors have missed this. I went then in December, so I had to wait from September to December. I then had a biopsy done, which I was meant to have done back in May, and they never did it. So I had the biopsy, and then 4 days before Christmas, they called me in and told me I had triple negative breast cancer.
Bloody hell.
You know, we didn't know anything else. I walked out there just knowing I had breast cancer, and that was it. I then started getting a bad back. So I spoke to my oncologist, who I'd now been passed to, said I was having a bad back. And they said, oh, we have noticed some spots on your spine and on your lungs, but we're not concerned about them. We don't think they're anything.
Are you serious? I bet at this point you're like, well, I'm not dropping this, or...
No, my partner had to come with me to an appointment to push and beg them for a scan on my back. And again, they said to me, we're just doing this to put your mind at rest. We don't believe there's anything going on. I finally had the MRI scan, and 3 days later they called me in to tell me it had spread.
You're joking. Did you not go back? I'm so sorry for that. That's fucking awful. Did you not go back and say, like, you know, you've pied me off all these times?
Hi, Jack.
Hi.
How old are your kids?
My eldest is 9 in a couple of weeks, and 6 and 5.
Oh, like you. You're 6, aren't you, Bunny?
Yeah, Bunny.
Hi, Benny.
Hi.
You are beautiful too.
If they had diagnosed it when you first went, could it have been saved?
It could have been saved, yeah.
But this is a prime example why you know your body, you knew it wasn't right, and now you're in this situation.
I listened to everything, and I went with my concerns, and they weren't interested. They just told me I was young and I was fit and I was healthy, so I'd be fine.
You sound like you've got a good, strong family, like with your kids, and that helps. But it's not nice.
Around me so much, and you know, as I say, my mum's here now, and she's edging. Katie did shout hi, mum. She's edging to say hi.
Hiya, Justine. I just like. There's no words, is there? And I bet some people are scared to talk to you about it because they don't know how to react. Anything you want to get off your chest, or anything you want to say to anyone or do anything, do it. Because by meeting people like my mum's friends through the British Lung Foundation, they said the best thing to do is build memories and photos. Like my mum's written letters, she's done videos. And I know it's awful to think, but then I said to my mum, like the same to you, at least you're in a situation, you've been told it so you can plan things. Ready for do you know what I mean?
That's what I've done. I've sort of got some of my funeral plans already. I said my eulogy, whoever reads my eulogy, is going to be from me. So
that's what my mum's done.
Everybody, rather than someone talking about me and my life, I want to put it out from me. And you know, I've bought my children birthday cards.
Yeah, it's wicked.
Wedding day cards.
Have you? Oh, that's so good. But on the good news, without getting upset, there could be a way if you get this medication that you can more years in your life, which is why I want to push it as well on my YouTube for the Just Giving, to hear a story, because you hear stories all the time, and I want to be behind it to help for your Just Giving page. We will put it on there. But what's happening? Is it your brother or uncle? What are they doing? So tell me.
My brother, he's been amazing. He's in the Royal Marines.
Yeah.
So he's
Tough
been
guy.
in the Royal Marines now for about 15 years.
Blimey.
Gone up through the ranks, and now he's a colour sergeant in the Royal Marines. So he's used to pushing himself. He's used to doing the unexpected. And, you know, really, really doing things that an average person be able to do, type of thing. And he just came up with this idea that he wanted to run 5 marathons in 5 days and raise as much money as possible.
5 marathons, what, the 26 points, what is it, 27, because I've run a couple of marathons. What, he can do that in 5 days? Bloody hell.
5 days.
So when's he starting that? When's he starting that?
So the 5 marathons are going to be from April the 14th to April the 18th.
So we need to push that then. And it's to raise money.
Go on.
So it's to raise money. Tell us what it's to raise money for and what you need.
So it's to raise money for a drug called Trodelvy,
Yeah.
which is with triple negative breast cancer. It's not like the other breast cancers where you can take a drug and take that drug every day for the rest of your life and it keeps the cancer at bay.
Right.
With this cancer, the triple negative, it doesn't respond to anything.
Right.
And so the only thing I can have is chemotherapy.
Right.
But they found this drug called Trodelvy, which is licensed in America.
Yeah.
And I believe it's licensed in a few Eastern European countries like Ukraine. And
Yeah.
I think it's in Finland as well. So we're researching to try and find the closest place possible.
Yeah.
Because it's not licensed over here, and so it would mean I'd have to go to this country for a couple of months to receive this treatment. But this drug has got something in it that targets the triple negative, and it stops the triple negative spreading
Really?
around
Have
your
you
body.
spoke to other people who have had it?
Yeah.
So
other
it does
people are on
work?
it. There's hundreds of women in America, and they're saying they had a prognosis of 6 months, and it's now 2 years later. And
So we have
they have
to
been
get you
healthy.
on it. We have to get you on it. So how long have they said that you've got now?
12 months. Looking at, we've got one more scan to do.
Yeah.
They're confident that I've got widespread nodules on my lungs. I've got one more scan next Monday, and dependent on that scan, they will give me a definitive sort of prognosis. But they're saying at the moment what they believe is going to show up in that scan, I am going to only have 12 months. I actually found that out on my medical notes. The doctor didn't even tell me.
So this is awful. But my concern now is helping you get that money to get that drug. Like 1,000,000%. And if you have that drug, it can prolong your life.
I know I'm never going to get to see my children walk down the aisle and things
But don't
like that.
think
That
like
is
that
just
though.
heart-wrenching,
I know, but
but
you can't think like that because you'll get upset and horrible. Yeah.
if I can just see that, just watch them grow as long as possible,
Yeah.
that's my main focus. My girls and my world, they're everything.
Yeah.
If I still had hair now, it would probably be grey.
Oh.
My girls, but everything I do is for them. Everything. I'm engaged to their dad. We were planning on getting married on the 26th of June this year, but we've decided to postpone it with everything going on. I'm not sure if I'll be well enough. So
Why don't you make sure you'll be? Just think of it and do it. Be strong. It's like even like we're like healthy, something can still happen to us. So I would just go for it. Life for all of us, it's too short.
I want the big weddings with the big dress like you do.
Oh.
I look at.
We should try it. Don't postpone it. So let's be
I know.
upbeat about it. You've got my number, so we'll stay in contact.
I'm blown away. It's you. It's actually
Oh.
you.
But we'll stay in contact, and I'll see whatever I can do to help. Let's do it. Yeah.
That's the thing, as a mum, I've got to keep going, and I'm trying to stay I'm having my moments, where,
Of course, yeah.
I think the worst, but like people have told me, and I've got cancer. Cancer hasn't got me.
Yeah.
And as soon as I let it get me, it's game over. So I've got to
Exactly.
stop that from happening, and I've got to live my life when I've got it.
Like I say to Mum, if there's something you want to do, just try and do it before. And like if you want that dress, I'm sure we can get you that dress. I'm sure there'd be a venue. Do you know what I mean? There'd be something. Don't think I can't, because anything can happen. There'd be someone who would give you a dress. Do you know what I mean? So
And
be
now I got you on my
positive.
side.
Exactly.
Never
Make
underestimate
the price see. Exactly. So be positive. I'm here now. You've met me for a reason. There's got to be a way this has happened. So let's see what we can do.
Gobsmacked.
Aw.
It's just, it's you, and
Oh,
it's
thank
been
you.
my dream just to, I never wanted to be just that fan standing in the queue
Aw.
and not know you. It's always been my dream to meet you and to know you.
Yeah.
know,
Well,
and-
you can now. There you go. You got my number, and we're going to try and make a change for you. And I mean that. I wouldn't say it otherwise. So
much.
Mwah.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
You take care. See you
Speak
later.
to you soon.
Bye. Bye. Cutting the long story short, she knew there was a problem. So if any of you have a problem, be persistent and go to the doctors, because this is a prime example that doctors aren't always right. If you feel something and it's not right, you just got to pursue and make these appointments and do it. Don't just leave it. So on that one, I'm leaving it on an upbeat note because she's happy, she's going to be focused, and we're going to help.